Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name is Carmen, and today we're going to do a yearly prediction for 2023 for Cancer. And we've got an interesting start, Cancer. We've got Lost in the reverse and Love Affair. So we've got something here where I think this is actually really good energy, even though we've got Dirty Little Secret and Down Low. You may start, or you may have already started, a little bit of a love affair that you feel like you need to be a little bit hush hush about. But I wanted to make sure this wasn't like a third party negative situation. I pulled a few from the Everyday Tarot, and we have the King of Wands with the Devil in the reverse. I love to see that, Cancer. What we've got here is a passionate affair, possibly with somebody that has kind of like graced your life like briefly and then has come back. Hi there, Pirate. Welcome. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve to everyone. I hope you are having a lovely day. We've got somebody here who has a lot of passion and a lot of, I think, confidence, and they've been able to let go of the demons or the fears, insecurities, things like that that may have made it difficult to be in a healthy relationship. This is somebody who is ready for something healthy. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. I might get a little bit more ballsy with that wind chime thing here over time. All right, let's see. What do we want to do? So we want to, Cancer, we're going to do a yearly prediction, right? So that can be a lot of information. What we'll do is we'll have a little bit of a head start here. We'll dive into the love side of things, and then we'll dive into the money and career. And then at the end, kind of pull it all together. So I'm actually going to start with the Lenormand. This is the Golden Lenormand. I hope you have wonderful plans for the holidays, or at least the ability to relax. It's my twin, you guys. Carmen is in the room. Carmen has entered the chat. Merry Christmas, Carmen. We have, ooh, and my lucky number. Things are starting off great here, you guys. We've got the little girl, which I think is actually talking about a new beginning after something pretty difficult. So you may have had a difficult ending or separation with this person that could be coming back to you in 2023. Look at, we also have number 23 here, you guys. But we have somebody who has gone through loss with the mice here, and there's a new beginning that's coming through. So this, even with the mice, which I generally don't really like to see, this has a positive feeling here, like something you maybe thought that you had lost, this was in the reverse, remember, is coming back to you. Or you may have felt like you yourself were a little bit lost, and now you're going to feel like things are the way that they're supposed to be. Ooh, this is nice. Now we have the bouquet and the key. Something about a fresh start. I really feel like this is at, like, for you, you feel like things have a natural fresh start. Maybe you've had a change in where you live or where you work, how you work. You, I think, are in a bit of a transition here, Cancer, but it's going the direction you want it to. I feel like at some point you might see the Wheel of Fortune come out, because it looks to me like you are moving from the bottom of the Wheel of Fortune to the top, and I love to see it. All right, let's get some more info with the Tattoo Tarot. 23 is your number? Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Well, it's going to be your year then, don't you think? All right, we have the Five of Swords in the reverse and Temperance in the reverse. This feels to me like somebody self-sabotaging or trying to sabotage your stability. So you may have felt like there was a friend or a family member or lover that was acting against your best interest and left you feeling like you didn't really understand how someone could have treated you that way if they had said that they were, you know, on your side, there for you, something like that. And this person caused you to, I think, kind of turn away from emotional connection for a bit. You needed to like lick your wounds a little bit and fill your own cup, right? We have the Queen of Cups here. I feel like this is you, especially because with cups, that would be water signs, right? So whether you're a masculine or a feminine, we've got somebody here that has been seen by others as kind, generous, and caring. But when we have this kind of perception of you, Cancer, that can also mean that people view you as somebody that they could take advantage of. So I feel like you had somebody do precisely that, and it's made you kind of have to maybe even be a little bit of a hermit here. We have the Magician in the reverse. Somebody was trying to control you, made you feel stuck. But we have the Magician in the reverse and the Tower coming out together, which I feel is kind of saying that we've got somebody who tried really hard to make your life difficult or make it feel to you as if you'd lost everything. This is coming across to me as somebody who felt like they didn't get from you what they wanted, so they wanted to make sure that you couldn't get what you want. Not a very nice energy. But with the Tower, I feel like this is more so you changing things the way you need to and letting go of burdens that you don't need. Ten of Wands, you're letting things die that need to, right? This is like when you have a diseased tree in your beautiful garden. You don't necessarily want to cut that tree back or even cut it down, but if it's going to impact the way the rest of your garden can, operate or be healthy, then you appreciate that that needs to be trimmed, right? Um, I don't know. I just thought of the fact that I used to have rhubarb in my backyard, and it was always concerning for me trying to like trim things up to make sure that they could grow back healthy, come time, come springtime. But I feel like that's what you've done. You've assessed the situation, realized this might be difficult for me to do, but I'm going to take the loss because I know I'm deserving of a new beginning, right? All right, we'll get one more row for a kind of general vibe, and then we'll dive specifically into love for you with a different tarot set. We've got the Fool in the reverse. Whoever tried to sabotage you or hurt you, they didn't realize at the time just how foolish it was. They may have underestimated your strength or your ability to cut people off or move away from things that are not in your best interest. So we have the Four of Swords in the reverse and the Nine of Swords. Someone thought that they could put you in an unhealed place and that you would be stuck there, right? But the Nine of Swords in the reverse tells me, especially because it's underneath the Queen of Cups, that we have somebody here who was able to maintain an open heart or a healthy version of what love should be instead of just completely shutting that part of you down. You found some sort of hope or some sort of help that enables you to maintain a positive outlook despite some difficulties here. Wow, this is interesting, you guys. So this Magician in the reverse is clarified by Strength in the reverse. We have somebody here that was trying to control you. Somebody who thought that they could make you the weak one, who thought they could make you submissive, and maybe they did for a moment, but they did not win the battle, or they didn't win the war. They might have won the battle. But what they didn't realize is that, Cancer, you have some really, really strong ability here or commitment to healing yourself. You know how to remove yourself from a situation, think about what you need to do, and you can transmute that pain into beauty. You may be an artist, you may have some sort of platform, you may be really well spoken, but I feel like whatever it is, you have strong faith to keep moving forward, and it's helping you get out of whatever this situation is much more unscathed than this person would have expected. They thought they could kind of leave you for dead here. With the Empress in the reverse, clarifying the Ten of Wands, we've got somebody who wanted to steal your light. somebody who wanted to make you sad. And I think they're realizing that they don't have the control over you that they thought they did. All right, let's see moving forward now what we have in terms of love. So 2023 love for Cancer, please. Obsession, huh? Who's obsessed with you? Somebody is watching you in 2023, knowing that they cannot have you. This is likely the person who has done you wrong or rejected you. You know, I hadn't even noticed. I'm gonna get all close and personal here. There's an eyeball in that safe or whatever this is that they're tied to. It looks like a safe. It looks like a gun safe. Somebody wanted to make you feel like you couldn't go on without them. And instead, what they've done is made it so that they're so obsessed with you, they can't figure out how you turn the tables on them. It's like you finally found out how to release yourself from a love that does not treat you the way that you need to. And you have, or you're going to, turned and pivoted towards a new beginning. You've got this innocence or this drive to keep living that this person thought that they could impact. But this Four of Cups could also mean that you've rejected anybody that doesn't want to follow the right path for them. If they're not interested in improving upon, their own life, their own spiritual development, then you're okay with saying, that's not right for me. We have the Hierophant. Somebody wanted you to look at them as if they were the decision maker, as if they were your superior. And moving into 2023, I see you saying that holding on to one coin here, that's you saying, no. I make the decisions in my life. You don't make them for me. Anybody who wants to replace me in terms of my own independence, that's not okay. This is like rediscovering your own power, redefining your boundaries, and letting people know that if you want to push me around or make me feel like I have to listen to your rules, I'm going to kick you out. Yeah, nobody has time for that, right? It's like, you know what? It's a new year. It's a new me. I'm done with that. Somebody's very focused here on healing, and I think that's you. Oh, Cancer. I'm so excited to see this card for you. This is the card that I always like to see come out of the Metamuse. This is the Tree of Life. Let me get a little bit closer for you guys so you can see it. So we've got a lot of Hebrew there. I don't expect you can read them all, and don't judge me on my fingernails, please. But we've got somebody who has gone through quite a lot. The words on this card, we have at the top, crown, understanding, wisdom, severity, mercy, love, splendor, victory, foundation, and kingdom. So what this is coming out to say, Cancer, is that you have been unlocking some mysteries pertaining to life, and it's helped you to see things in a different way. For a lot of you, I think this is saying you understand now that when you love someone, that doesn't mean you have to obey them, right? You can care very deeply for someone and know that that's not your person, or that that's not who you're meant to be with, and you can pivot. You can, with the Two of Wands, chart a new course. Do you see how she's looking at the globe? Well, kind of. She's holding it. She is daydreaming and making plans for something different. She has left the wand behind her fully in the past. So this is really good, Cancer. You have some significant changes for the better in 2023, specifically to love, because I think you now have a different perspective in terms of what does a healthy relationship look like, and what kind of person do I want to be with? Maybe you are less focused on material things or how somebody looks and more interested in how they speak to you, whether or not they support your goals and your dreams, that kind of thing. So we had the King of Wands come out with the first couple of cards, right? The pre-shuffle. And here he is again. So what I want to know is, because this is under the Devil, is this the person from the past or is this somebody new? We have the Ten of Wands in the reverse, Knave of Swords, Tower in the reverse. Okay, so you may have a bit of a test in 2023 where this person who thought that they could control you comes back into your life to try to reassert their dominion, right? But with now the Ten of Wands in the reverse, I'm taking this to mean you rejecting taking on burdens or anybody else's bullshit. You're like, no. You see, like, you might think that you're the King of Wands and you can just stroll on in here and tell me that I need to pay your bills or that I need to care about how you think about me or that I need to change my life to suit you. But let me tell you, with this Page of Swords here, I've been doing some research. I've been doing some soul searching. I've been looking at content around narcissists or content around emotional manipulation, and I know that I deserve better than you. I know with the Tower in the reverse that I need a different perspective. Because do you see we've got people falling if this card is in the upright. If it's in the reverse, it looks like they're just kind of walking around. So you see this person differently, you see love differently, you see yourself differently, and it makes all the difference in the world in terms of you being able to keep someone at arm's length if they are not truly there for your best interest. Wow, 2 cards right in a row about a changed perspective. So you were this crocodile here, a little bit caged up by somebody's lies. These swords I'm viewing as like manipulation from your person. But we're in the upside down world here. We have freedom and independence coming your way because you look at things differently now. You see that maybe materialistic things aren't the most important to you, and that enables you to make better decisions regarding your money. I said I was going to do money first, didn't I? No, I said I would do love first. Okay. I just know you guys generally get real excited about the love stuff, so, you know, I'm not going to pull a Target and put all of the school supplies in the back corner so you have to walk past everything else first. We have the Ace of Swords. This is beautiful. It's underneath the Tree of Life and the Two of Wands. This is, I want to live my life authentically. I don't care if I hurt anyone's feelings by being honest about how I feel. I'm going to try to be, you know, respectful, but I'm not going to live my life for other people. Ooh, okay. So if you guys remember, I was teaching myself how to write my name in hieroglyphics, and it helped me to learn some of these symbols. We have the symbol for Lower and Upper Egypt, these crowns. So I feel like the fact that we have this on either side of the sword that represents truth is you have the ability now to see things from another person's perspective, and you have the ability to challenge yourself. It's like you're willing to play devil's advocate to make sure that you are making the right choice instead of just maybe listening to somebody's opinion or going with your same, you know, approach as you always have. We have the Four of Swords in the reverse. And I think it's helped you to understand there are things that have been holding you back from being able to heal after difficult situations in love. All right, what else do we have for love in 2023? So I feel like there's someone new coming in for you. Eight of Cups. When you walk away and reject the, I don't want to say like the people from your past, but it does kind of feel like it's a little bit of that. It feels to me like we've got somebody realizing that you have a need to walk away from people that have kept you stagnant, a need to walk away from the same environment, right? I've always had this theory that if you never step outside of the same friend group you had, since high school or whatever, you don't get challenged. You don't have the opportunity to change your perspective as often. This feels like somebody realizing there's a benefit to like expanding that social circle. And then we have this like circle coming out. I guess it's technically a pentagon. No, hexagon. We've got, I see this as being open to a new social circle or being confident with regards to meeting new people. The Six of Wands, I think, is specifically saying, all right, I didn't do real well over there, but I still think I'm pretty awesome. So I'm going to go over there, meet some new friends, and see how that goes instead of letting whatever this was over here make me feel bad about myself. We have the Ten of Cups in the reverse. I think some of you are moving in 2023, possibly like a pretty significant move, like not just across town, because you do acknowledge that there are people there that have kind of held you back. With the King of Cups in the reverse, this feels like people who don't really want you to grow up, people who don't really want to see you as your own person. You may be living a little bit too close to family members for your taste, or to people who really thought that you were just kind of like, I don't know, someone to control. But we have the Ace of Rings here, which is the Ace of Pentacles. This is the more romantic Ace of Pentacles in my entire collection, right? Because we actually have a ring. But beyond that, we also have, it almost looks like the hand is like pushing a button, right? I think you are choosing to restart. And I think for a lot of you, that means moving elsewhere. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse and the King of Wands in the reverse. So Cancer, I feel like there's this person from your past. They're going to see that you have started a new life. Maybe they hear that you've moved away. Maybe they hear that your new business is going really well. And they're going to see their own stock plummet. They're going to see that they have experienced loss where you have experienced gain. And that's how the universe wants it to be. They want this King of Wands in the reverse to realize that they did you wrong and that the way that you handled it has earned you favor. All right, let's get one more here on love before we move to, we'll grab a couple from the Romance Angel Oracle. Tell me about the new person in 2023, please. This new person is single, so you don't have to worry about, games with regards to a third party. This new person is very much so interested in establishing a really happy family home. They may already have children, or you may already have children, or they know that they would like to have children with you, because I'm really drawn to the kids in the Ten of Cups. But we also have the Fool in the reverse. I feel like this is after an initial kind of honeymoon period, you may have a little bit of a freak out, a little bit of a, I need to step back and just make sure that this is okay. You may feel like things move too fast for your liking, or like you can't necessarily trust anyone quite yet because you don't know if they're going to do you like these other people did, right? This is under the Ten of Cups, and here we have the Six of Pentacles, which is all about equal give and take. After you let things go from your past that didn't suit you, that's when things come in that are that equal give and take. This is like a gift or a blessing. So forgive yourself for having maybe a little bit of a break or needing to kind of take a breather, right? And maybe even tell this person in advance, I might have to kind of step back and take a look and make sure that I'm not rushing things, but that doesn't mean that you need to perceive it as a betrayal. I just need to make sure that I'm where I need to be. So we have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse and the Six of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, there's going to be, I think, a honeymoon period followed by somebody not quite sure if they want to be in a relationship or if they should move forward with this particular situation. But this is underneath the Ace of Rings. So I feel like this is necessary for you to both see what you feel for each other. But you may also have this, excuse me, gotta take a sip. You may also have this kind of need to step back when somebody from your past comes back around. This Devil came out already, remember, underneath the Fool. I think someone from your past is going to try to snag you back after you found somebody more your pace. So keep in mind, you've got someone who does want something beautiful with you that is not in a relationship with anybody else, but you may be a little bit scared and feel like you need to kind of step back or maybe even get a little bit caught up again with somebody from your past. And it's important to take your time, use your intuition and your discernment, because there is somebody here who is a King of Wands in the upright, Devil in the reverse. And then we have the Devil in the upright and the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So these are very similar energies. You may feel like they're the same because we also had the King of Wands come out down here, remember? So make sure you take your time, right? Don't jump into anything too soon. All right, what else do we have for love for Cancer in 2023? It is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So I feel like that little separation or that kind of like glitch that happens because you get a little bit fearful. You're, like about to take that leap off that plane because you've always wanted to go skydiving, but you're like, oh God, I might die. But keep an open mind. You deserve love, and somebody sees you as like the prize. We have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So again, expect there to be a little bit of a bump in the road, but that's okay. You just need to know how to communicate how you feel and what the other person wants. My recommendation when having difficult conversations around love, especially if there's an argument at any point, is to try to frame it up as I feel whenever it's possible, because that can help you avoid like name calling or getting into, telling someone who they are or what they feel, and instead focus on how you feel about a situation. For example, you treated me like crap versus I feel like you didn't like honor the time that I gave you, right? That's a very different statement, but has a similar core element. We have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. You may have had a difficult upbringing or seen your parents go through a divorce, something like that, that makes it difficult for you to really have this trust in somebody. But I feel like there's a renewed faith in 2023 for you, Cancer, that if you have this positive way of thinking and this new approach or perspective, you'll be able to finally have that kind of relationship you've been looking for, right? Okay, now we're gonna go into money. I'm gonna get some Kipper. Come on, pirate, we're all waiting for it. Kipper, flipper, skipper, dipper. What is it? Oh my God, you guys. First card out for your money. Great fortune. Should I just end the reading now? Is that all you need to know? Great fortune, huh? Message in the reverse. Mature man in the reverse. Okay, do you know what I see here? I see a reward for you moving away from somebody who's immature, because we have message and mature man in the reverse following great fortune. So, in other words, you needed to distance yourself from somebody that would have been trying to control your money. So, before you can get this abundance that the universe wants to gift you with, they wanted you to separate yourself from somebody that would have tried to take over control of that financial windfall, because they want this to go to you, not to this King of Wands that hasn't let go of their demons, right? Somebody who is still a little bit quick to anger or a little bit obsessive, a little bit fearful of things. We have thoughts coming out. And for me, this is saying if you have something in your career or your money area of your life that distracts you, it's probably a good thing. So the idea of maybe in the first quarter or first 2 quarters of 2023, kind of pouring yourself into skills, hobbies, or work is probably a good idea. It'll help you move on from a situation that didn't meet your expectations, because we have expectations in the reverse in the middle here. And with bad health in the reverse, where I like to see it, we've got somebody here who is able to move away from something that causes them stress or anxiety by virtue of focusing on their job or their success. You also become more attractive with that, right? When you have, your own thing going on, you're not viewed as codependent. So you have judication in the reverse, house, and community in the reverse. Some of you may have to make a pretty big decision in 2023 regarding where you want to live, what kind of city or what kind of place. And I feel like it's because there's a need to move away from whatever community you find yourself in right now. It may be important for you to get a little bit more independence. I know when I was able to study abroad in Mexico for a semester, it was a little overwhelming, right? There's always culture shock, but it was also really important for me to kind of develop some of my own independence at this time. I think I was 20 years old. And I get the sense that for you, you've had somebody trying to control things for you that really didn't have a right to do that. They were trying to make you unable to leave them, even though they were unhealed and they didn't treat you properly. So, with the coffin and court date in the reverse, this feels like you're not letting anybody else make decisions for you. If this is done, then it's done. You may have people that question you moving away, but especially if it's for a new job that you're excited about, that's what you're supposed to do. And tough titties. We've got poverty coming out at the very opposite end of great fortune, right? If you let other people make the decisions for you regarding your life, you don't get this great fortune. You have to have this independence in order to get the fortune that you're destined to have. All right, more everyday tarot since we have money on top of it, right? What else for money in 2023? Queen of Swords. You're going to be improving your ability to manage finances in 2023, in part because of your changed living situation. So you may move to a place that has kinder taxes or less cost of living, but there's going to be an improvement here because you step into power. You start making your decisions instead of letting other people. Hi, Chris. Welcome. And thank you for the compliment. But I really do feel like you have to step away from your comfort zone and step into your own power for your money to really kind of explode here. Yeah, Chariot. We have Temperance in the reverse coming out again. but it's coming out with the King of Swords. And if you've listened to several of my readings by now, you may have heard me say that when we have the King and Queen of Swords come out, these are often seen as former lovers or exes. So I feel like your moving away enables you to avoid the instability of this ex or this former lover of yours. This person makes you unstable and makes it hard for you to establish your own independence and your own success. We have the Eight of Wands and the Star. You guys, this is right on top of the other star from the Tattoo Tarot. So I love to see validation there, but we've got communication that comes in rather quickly here for you, Cancer, pertaining to your success. I think there's an opportunity here for you to really stand out and be recognized for a skill that you have that is quite unique. Some of you may have an opportunity to be famous or have some sort of elevated status within an industry or expertise. And I feel like with the Nine of Swords in reverse, there's somebody here who sees your talents or your skills and they want to make it easier for you to be successful. So this could be somebody who wants to introduce you to somebody that would be a really important contact for you. Or this is even just the universe trying to put you in the right place at the right time so you get an offer. We've got the Nine of Cups and the Knight of Swords, both of which are in the reverse. This is telling me that you've got to be a little bit guarded against people that might want to take what you have or influence you in some way to convince you to not take this opportunity. There's a very awesome thing that's going to happen to you in 2023, an opportunity to do something you really want to do. But there's someone here who's going to try to talk you out of it. Somebody who doesn't want you to move, somebody who doesn't want you to be famous, someone who doesn't want you to do better than they do. But tough titties again. Because you are the Six of Wands. That's come out multiple times now. And we've got the Two of Pentacles as well. Kind of one of my favorite Two of Pentacles. I don't know, I just love that he's got mismatched boots. This to me speaks of transition. And again, we've got ships in the background. So I do feel like for a lot of you, you're moving in 2023. You are moving forward, and when you decide that you can balance everything on your own and you don't need help, you are successful AF. You have everything sorted the way that you want it to be, and things fall into place naturally. Oh, I think that kind of rhymed. We have Death in the reverse, Three of Pentacles in the reverse. There is no hope of expanding into this new timeline for you without rejecting some of the people you've been working with. You do need to find some independence here, even if it's a little bit scary, right? Just take a deep breath and remind yourself, if Carmen can do it, I can do it. Because, moving across the country by yourself, well, with cats, isn't exactly the easiest thing to do. But you are going to do something just like that, and it's going to get you great fortune. And you know what? I really want that for you. So just do me a favor, okay? All right, we have, damn! Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles. And you've already come out as the Queen of Swords. This is somebody moving towards ascension here. We've got someone seeing you as the right choice. Maybe you've got a je ne sais quoi that helps you climb the ranks really quickly here. But people see you as reliable, responsible, and lovable. So especially if you're meant to be in the spotlight, people fall in love with you rather quickly. And it enables you to find a way to make things balanced when they are not balanced. Specifically with money. So be cautious of people who would like to take more than their fair share. You are going to be working really hard in 2023 with this Eight of Pentacles. You're going to be approaching mastery in a skill. And with the Three of Cups, something very important for you to keep an eye on. Who is supportive of what I'm trying to do? Who is cheering me on? And who is trying to hold me back? All right, we're going to get a couple more from the Miniature Rider-Waite. We're getting close to that time where they like to put my audio on loop, which is like 43 minutes or so. So after this, I'll grab a few from the Zodiac fortune telling and then we'll call it a day, okay? We got that Two of Pentacles coming out again. Four of Pentacles. So you've been trying to balance things. You may have felt like you needed to be in save mode regarding money. You may be operating out of a little bit more so like the poverty side of things right now. And with the Two of Wands in the reverse, it feels to me like there was bad planning regarding your finances that I think was influenced by somebody else. Maybe you were trying to help a family member. Maybe you were trying to impress someone. Maybe you really wanted to go on a trip. But this is like the starting point, and then you balance it. You've got a lot of twos here. Ooh, gives me chills. So Death in the reverse, without change, things don't change, right? So we've got the High Priestess. You got to follow your intuition and do whatever seems right to you. Don't let other people talk you out of a big change that you know is what you're meant to do. There were plenty of people that thought it was kind of crazy. I wanted to move down here, but I don't care. That's what I knew I needed to do. And with this Ten of Pentacles, when you follow your intuition, you get, like, that's the best card you can have for money. Ten of Pentacles is like the best. That's generational wealth, not having to check your bank account before like a major purchase, right? Ten of Swords in the reverse, you are able to recover slowly but surely from a betrayal when you focus on the things that help you build your money back up. It gives you confidence and makes you feel like you're more in control after having lost control a little bit, right? Oh, you guys are so kind. All right, we've got Page of Wands. Good news coming in. Ooh, with the Devil, huh? Maybe you have to choose between two job opportunities. You guys, that is weird. Because Hierophant can be a card that symbolizes God. So I feel like you're going to get two offers in. The Page of Wands for me sometimes is like, I really got to check out this paperwork. I'm not really sure what I see here. I got to read the fine print. Oh, I don't know if I like that. I think I got to do something different. Because you're going to have to choose between something that holds you back and something that accelerates you forward. So pay attention to the details, okay, guys? You have the Ace of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Fool, and the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so what I see with those, when you have an offer, make sure you take your time to read through the details, right? Make sure you're using your discernment to figure out if somebody is trying to pull one over on you. And then, Goddess Nora, you could not be more accurate. Yeah, I want to be able to put all my shit on autopay. Somebody here is going to come across to you as more authentic and more believable with their offer, and somebody else is going to sound like they didn't really think through all of the details. And that person who didn't think through the details is trying to get you into a situation that will not pay off for you, whereas the one that maybe seems a little bit more outlandish, but somebody comes across to you as more authentic, this is the right opportunity for you. All right, a couple of cards from the Zodiac fortune telling cards. These are like some of my favorite cards. All right, what else do we have for Cancer in 2023? The one who cares for you is anxious for a letter. There may be somebody you've been in separation with that you weren't really sure where things were going to go, especially if you'd been caught up in this difficult kind of controlling relationship, right? If you are in a position where you're single and you feel comfortable to reach out to this person, they want to hear from you. You have very good friends. I love to see it. So there are people here who want to support you in this change in 2023. Beware of a dark presence. We've seen the devil come out multiple times here, Cancer. You've got somebody who wants to keep you stuck, somebody who wants to make you feel like you have to do what benefits them. And you know what? You don't. You have intuition and discernment, and you can figure out who is trying to do that to you. And when you persist and you decide you deserve something better, and sometimes that means literally moving away from somebody, that's what enables you to be successful. Persist and you will be more successful. Be careful of a serious flirtation. I mean, I think that kind of speaks for itself, but there is going to be somebody who tries to pull one over on you, especially if it's already after you started to see some success financially, right? Guard yourself, keep an open mind, but don't be silly, right? If you get intuition or little red flags, pay attention, okay? Because how many times have we gotten little intuitive messages like that and then learned the lesson the hard way and been like, oh, stupid, I knew that was going to happen. Well, you can prevent against that, right? All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I wish you the very best of the holidays and a very fruitful 2023. Lots of love and lots of money. Thank you so much for hitting the like button for me, you guys, and I will see you on the next reading. Bye.